Okay, here we are. So this is my new little office setup. This is my apartment best case scenario. Here, I'll show it to you. You've got ring light, some blankets on the walls, got my 2 monitors here, my desk set up. So you see I've got my desk chair, camera bag, floor, and camera stand. You know, it's what we're working with. The banging in the background is Lauren putting away dishes. So for the most part here, I'm really happy about this. It's been wonderful already to have my own little space to play games, research things, work on stuff, edit videos, all of those things. It's been super awesome already. There's a couple little tweaks I want to make. So you can see here, I've tried to dampen the sound with just normal blankets on the walls, and I think that's helped, but I think I could do a little bit better. A couple things I want to try to change today. I'd like to add, instead of the blankets, I'm going to grab moving blankets from Harbor Freight. My first trip to Harbor Freight. I'll report back on how I think Harbor Freight is. I'm actually pretty stoked. Seems like it's either going to be the IKEA of hardware and knickknacks, or potentially the Goodwill. We'll see. I'm excited either way. But I want to replace these blankets with moving blankets. One, I think it'll look nicer to have consistent color all around this tiny room that I'm in. And then 2, I'm hoping they're a little more padded than just normal blankets here and will help dampen some of my echo and reverb in this room a little bit better than these. What I'm going to do with one of the blankets I get is actually hang it from the ceiling here. I'm gonna make it so that the ceiling's a little lower and it's a softer ceiling, so there's less room for the sound to echo above me. And I'm going to pick up some foam floor pads so that this tile floor will be a little softer and have a little more sound absorption there as well. So what I really want you to pay attention to in this video is right now, how's this sound versus when I have all those things updated today, how the sound is in that new setting. So pretty excited. Think it's gonna be a fun day, and let's go get it. I always say that. Why do I say that? I never know how to end those little parts right there. Excited. Let's have a fun day. So thanks for hanging out. Oh, also, if you like this video, you better hit that like button. Better subscribe if you want to see more like this. And don't forget, I'm live a couple times every week on Twitch. Guys, Twitch is the coolest social media platform. I get to play games and just sit here on my computer and interact directly with you. Go download Twitch. Follow me, C_niche, C_niche at Twitch. And we'll hang out. Like this video. Follow me on Twitch. Let's go do it. Let's go do it. There it was again. I also bite my nails a lot when I do this because I think it makes me anxious. Working on it, working on my habits, working on my technique, working on my little flaws. Aren't we all though? Aren't we all just working out our kinks and our flaws? All right, I'm done. Okay, so chair sitting in exactly the same spot, camera in roughly the same spot. I haven't heard it yet, but I want to know, how do you think it sounds? How's the change? Is it worth the money and the effort? It cost me about $35 for 5 blankets and these floor pads from Harbor Freight, which, by the way, pretty impressed. Never been to Harbor Freight before, and obviously it's not fancy. They don't try and sell you on fancy stuff, but for like shipping blankets like this, floor pads like this, everything was cheaper than even like on Amazon, so pretty stoked about that. I'd be curious to hear what this footage sounds like. I can tell you, even just talking, I think it sounds a little bit better. Two of the biggest changes, I think. The blankets were 3. Okay, I'll give you 3. The blankets that were on this wall, and the wall behind me, I think probably were doing a decent enough job. I probably could have left them. I think the biggest improvement sound-wise is going to come from the pad on the floor down here, the blanket I put on the ceiling, fingers crossed that doesn't fall on my computer, and then the blanket I put in front of the door here on this wall. I think those 3 additions will end up making the biggest and most significant impact on the echo nature of this room. So hopefully this sounds better. I'll figure out in post here in a minute. I'll try and do a little edit and then come back here in a second and give my reflections on how I think the sound is and the change and all of that. This place is dusty. I need to get that cleaned up. Oh, I don't want to blow push pins everywhere, though. You guys think I should cut a hole in my computer case? I have an NZXT H510. It's got almost no front air intake. And I'm really tempted to cut a big hole in the metal in the front. I think I'm going to do it. Also about to do a little versus video. C922 versus a Canon M50 for live streaming and or video chats, whatever you want to use your camera for. Oh, one other thought I'm having. I can't decide if it's worth it. I'm not a sound engineer. I don't know how these things work. But I'm wondering if, like, on this blanket, if I pin up, like your mask, like your surgical mask, if I pin up some folds like this, can you even see that? Will I get more echo dispersion? Theoretically, I will. The problem, I don't even know. Somebody, if you're smarter than me, please comment, please message me and tell me. I'm afraid if I do that, one, it'll be unnecessary because it won't make a difference. But I think it would. But two, I'm afraid it'll expose more of the wall below the blanket than I have exposed right now. But most of the sound travels up, out. I don't know. I'll tell you guys if I do pin them up. I haven't even listened yet. I don't even know if it's any better, so let's find out. Okay, I hope you can hear this all right and not too loud. Doing my best podcast impression. The reason I'm doing this way is because Lauren decided it was nap time, which is fine. She's pregnant, and pregnant nap time rules any YouTube video creation, but I didn't want to wait till later to give my impression of my new setup here. So I did. I went in through everything into Resolve, and I did a little listening back, a little playback, and I was actually really impressed, really happy with the results here. I didn't notice so much a difference when I had just my normal in-ears in, but when I threw on my cans here, I could notice a huge difference in the amount of echo that was coming through the audio. So really, really happy with that. I think this was just the easiest little change. Run out, grab a few things, come home, slap them together, pin them up. I think it looks better than it did before. I think it sounds better than it did before. So really, really happy with that. And with a little change there. Where I have my camera out right here is where I put it for when I stream. So again, if you enjoy me, if you enjoy this, guarantee you're going to enjoy my Twitch channel. So head on over. I'll link my Twitch in the description below. Be sure you go over there and give me a follow and come hang out sometimes I just chat like this, get to hang out and chat with you guys. Sometimes I'm playing games, hanging out with the buds. So either way, go give that a look. I know you'll dig it. As always, you guys know how this works. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like. If you enjoyed my content, please subscribe for more like it. More vlogs, more gear updates, more, I don't know. Is this a hack? Is this a hack video? Whatever it was, if you liked it, hit subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.